I said, we start standing, right? So we want to get in a good mountain pose, right? So to do a mountain pose, you want to stand with your feet hip distance apart, right? And then you lift your toes up. Because if you lift your toes up, it's going to make you press the balls of your feet and the heels more into the mat. And then you lower the toes back down. Now you can feel the firmness of standing in all four sides of your feet. And as you're standing, don't lock your knees, right? You want them to be nice and loose and feel almost like you're lifting up. And as the lift happens, I'm going to turn to the side. You don't move, but you want to make sure that you're not sticking your butt out. Like there's a slight shift, right? So see how now I'm locking my hips up over my knees over my ankles, right? And then I watch for my belly. I kind of draw it in toward my spine, right? Belly button pushing toward the spine, bringing in my core. And then I roll the shoulders down and back. Now everything's stacked up on top of each other. Right? From the side, you can see how everything is stacked. Turn back forward, get back in position, right? And then now lastly, I want to feel like someone has a string and they're pulling the crown of my head upwards. So I'm pressing down in my feet, standing tall like a mountain, palms facing forward, right? And then I close my eyes and start to take breaths where you can feel like it's at a pace. So you inhale, 2, 3, pause and hold it, and then exhale, 2, 3, pause, and then inhale. See how you created a nice rhythm. Exhale. Inhaling and exhale. Just slowing the body down. Inhaling and exhale. If any part of the body starts to talk to you while you're breathing, you breathe into that space. Like if my knees are saying something, I feel like I'm inhaling, breathing air into my knees, and as I exhale, I'm drawing out any stress or tension in that area and releasing it. Inhaling and exhaling. Giving the mind something to focus on. It's focusing on the breathing so you stay in the body. Inhaling and exhaling. The eyes still closed. Bring the palms together and press the thumb against the heart, right? Still drawing the shoulders down and back. And you set a little intention for your practice, right? It may be that I'm just going to focus on my breathing. I'm going to try and see how much I can stay connected to the space, connected to myself. Or if I have something I'm working on this week, I will set an intention that whatever's in the way will release. Okay? One more deep breath. Slowly blink the eyes open, release the hands, and we'll start to breathe. So inhale, arms go up. Palms will meet above the head, and I'll exhale and bring them back down my center. Inhale out and up. Exhale back. Inhale out and up. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale out and up. Exhale to center, right? Okay. Then they go all the way out. Shoulder height, right? Breathing. My palms are facing upward, right? I'm going to inhale up this time. This time when I exhale, I'm going to let one hand come down and it's going to just rub my side leg, and as it continues to reach down, I'm going to lean over. And then I'm going to look up. Why am I going to look up? Because it's going to make my nose and little shoulder go backwards and try to see what's up there too. Bringing it back. We're going to inhale up, stretching back. As I exhale, it's going to come down on the side. Lean over, look up. Inhale up. Reach. Exhale down and come. Look up. Inhale, coming up. Exhale down on the side. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, arms from shoulder height. Now we're going to twist it, right? So you just decide which direction you're going to go in. So inhale, and as you exhale, you're just going to, the top part of the body is going to turn, and you're going to look over that shoulder. And you're going to come back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, back forward. Again, inhale, exhale, twist. Keep those feet firmly planted. Inhale, exhale, back forward. One more time. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, back forward. So just to wind it out a little bit, just do like this. The body was probably like, oh my God, what is that? Why are we twisting? Why isn't the other part of the body coming, right? Just kind of working it out. Couple more times. Then we come back to center. We're going to inhale the arms up. Now this time interlace them and then push up toward the ceiling, right? And then make sure your biceps are just outside your ears. Again, I'm going to lift my toes, press my feet down, right? Take a nice inhale and then exhale. I'm going to lean to the side. Now when I lean to the side I'm leaning toward, I'm going to bend that knee. Just extend over a little more and then straighten back up. Reaching, palms extending up. Inhale, exhale. Get a little bend in that knee. Come back center. Reaching up. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale up. Reaching. Inhale, exhale. Come back. And then exhale, arms, shoulder height. One more last workout for our shoulders. Bend, elbows, palms facing forward. It's like we made little goal posts, right? Inhale, exhale, elbows, forearms come together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, open, and then we're going to release. And then we just roll our shoulders because the poor little babies are probably too tight, right? Just roll them around. First in one direction, and then reverse, right? Return to the side so you can see me. We're going to start to do a little forward fold, right? So we're here again, our feet hip distance apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold, right? When I fold, what I want to do is look back between my legs because then that means I'm actually folded over, right? Lift those toes up again, right? Press them down, make sure the feet, and the more you fold, what you want to do is feel yourself lifting up and over your glutes. It's almost like you can feel yourself lifting up and over the backs of the legs, right? Come up halfway, put your hands on your shin, look slightly forward, and then push your shoulder blades together. Flatten your back, breathing. Exhale, release. To come up, slight bend in the knees. Bring the arms out wide, support your back, come all the way up. Palms come together, bring them to your heart. Okay, so let's go through that a little bit. So inhale up, Exhale, fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up again. Arms wide, palms come together. Bring it to my heart. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Arms go wide. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Palms come together and bring to my heart. Okay? I'm going to come to the top of my mat. I'm going to step my right foot back. First, I'm going to be on my ball of my foot, but then I'm going to put my heel down. Right? Now, my body wants to turn this way, but I need to turn it back forward and bend my front left knee. Okay? And then the arms go up. I'm in a nice warrior pose, right? Breathe. Okay? So we're going to take it in little segments, right? Pretend like you have a ball in your hand and I'm passing it off to someone. There it goes. Press back in that right foot. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up. And we're going to add a little twist to it, right? So inhale, exhale, I'm here. Now I'm going to take my right hand and put it on my left thigh. And then I'm going to reach this arm back. Look over that shoulder. And come all the way back up. And then open to your warrior two. Okay. Breathe. Release your right hand to your right thigh. And swing your left one up and back. It's like I threw something up over my head. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Forearm comes here. Right arm up. Then use your core and your legs and you draw your body back up to your warrior two. Okay. Now straighten this front left leg. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is look out over this left hand. I'm going to reach as far as I possibly can. And then I'm going to let my hand come to my chin. And then the right one to the door. Come all the way back up. All right. Here. Now then what I want you to do, I want you to turn like this, like my propeller, those little wings on my airplane came like this. Now this back foot, I'm just going to bring it in a little bit. Now the legs are hip distance apart. But all 10 toes are facing this way now. First it was kind of like this. Now everything's facing this direction. Now take a nice inhale and then exhale and hinge and come parallel. Get a nice little hamstring stretch by doing this. Right? And you got to hold in your core, belly button toward the spine, bringing the shoulders in. Then release the hands down. Step that right foot forward and fold. Come up halfway. Exhale, release. Slight bend in the knees, arms out wide. All the way up and up. My hands come to my heart. All right. Get the other side, right? Left foot steps back. Heel comes down. Bring the body back forward. Bend that right knee. And the arms go up. And I can look up for a second. It's interesting, like if I'm looking forward, the minute I look up, I can feel like I extend it more, right? Up, up, up. Ball in the hand. Exhale, here you go. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Remember, we're going to add the twist. So we exhale. Left hand goes to right thigh. Right arm just swings back. And look over that right shoulder. Inhale back up. Warrior one. Then I open to my warrior two. Left hand releases to the thigh, right one up the back. Remember, keep that bend in the knee, or you're just standing here with your hand in the air, right? The bend. Inhale, exhale. I kind of cartwheel over. My forearm goes right here. This hand goes here. Again, I look up. Why? Because I'm trying to encourage my shoulder to go back. I inhale back up, push down through my legs, right? Straighten that front right leg. Look out over this hand. Reach, 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 right? And then the hand floats here. And this one is up. And I press down in my legs, come up. My airplane wings change. I bring in that back tail a little bit, right? All 10 toes facing forward. Inhale, exhale, hinge. I come parallel, right? So I'm getting a great little hamstring stretch over here. See how flat the back is because I'm drawing my shoulders down and back. Nice big inhale. Exhale, I fold. Step that left foot forward. A deeper fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up. Slight bend in the knees, arms out wide. And come to the heart. Okay. Let's see where we are. All right. So for this next one, we're going to work on our inner thighs a little bit. So I'm standing in the middle of my mat, but I actually want to bring my legs apart a little wider than shoulder distance, right? Okay. To work my way into it first. First thing that I'm going to do is, see how my feet first are parallel to the side edges, but I just want to turn my toes out just a little bit. Why? Because when I go to do this, it's going to help with that hip joint. If I'm like this, that's not going to feel so great on my hips. So making that adjustment. Arms are going to go up, like I've taken up as much space as possible, right? Inhale, exhale. I'm just going to come down, right? All right, I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see me. I didn't do this. I did this. I'm sliding down the wall, right? Going back up. Just imagine there's a wall behind you. You like slide, right? And then slide. And then up. One more time. Slide. And then up. Okay. I'm bringing my hands down, but my legs are going to stay here. Never fail. As soon as I come out here, everybody comes to the park, right? All right. So first my feet were turned down, but now I do want to turn them where they're parallel to the side edge of the mat, right? Okay. I'm going to put my hands on my hips, and remember, don't lock the knees. We don't want anybody passing out. Don't lock. So I inhale, exhale, and remember that hinge you did before? You're hinging again. I'm looking down at the floor for a moment. Then I'm going to let the hands come all the way down. Okay. My hands are right underneath my chest. I can see them. I'm going to let my left one stay right where it is. And I'm going to swing the right one up and look up at the trees, look up at the ceiling. Breathe. Now when you're in the spot, remember what I said. Let the weight of your body go on the balls of your feet. Just a little bit. And you'll feel the backs of your thighs engage. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, hand comes down. Okay. Now the right hand stays where the left one was, and the left one lifts up. Breathe. Again, let the weight go toward the balls of the feet. Inhale, exhale, hands down. Okay. Now let's take it a little further, right? So my hands are in the center at first, but then I'm just going to walk toward my right. My left hand's going to grab the outside of my right ankle. And now I'm going to lift up. No hands in the picture. Legs got to do all the work. come down, right? They come back to the center. Beautiful. I walk to the other side. It's a little cramp going on. There we go. Right hand outside left ankle, left hand up. Hand comes down. Walk back to the center, right? Okay, to stretch it out a little bit, bend that right knee. Center over. Come back center. Bend the left. Back center. Right. I remember this move when I used to do this move when I was at the gym. I always tell them, remind me of Avatar when she goes, hey, Muji. She goes down in that little move. All right. One more time. Then back to center. Okay. So then now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands to our hips, right? And then press down through the feet. Lift the body up. And then heel, toe the feet together. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So now let's do a slight little balance pose before we go back down to the mat. What we'll do is just a little simple tree. And then again, work on our hips and still let us be able to balance. Feet are hip distance apart. I put my hands on my hips. Why? This is my center of gravity. I want to make sure nothing is moving here. Also, it's a little cheat because it's going to make me bring my shoulders down and back, right? Okay. I'm balancing first on my left foot. I'm just going to point this right one out. It's like a little kickstand, right? Then I draw it in. My shin is pressing on my ankle a little bit here. Then I decide. Let it come up. Now see, my hands on my hip, nothing moves, so the brain doesn't have to think something's happening. But then see if the hands can come to the heart. And then you can raise them above the head if you want, or you can just leave them here, whatever feels good. Press down in that left toe mound. Don't let it leave the ground. Breathing. There you go. Okay, hands come down to the heart, and then we come out the same way we went in. Came out. Okay. I usually like to just roll my ankle around a little bit because I know it was both of them. They got a little bit of a workout, right? Okay. Let's do the other side. Feet hip distance apart, toes come up, and go back down. Hands on the hips. Point the other toe out. Right? Little kickstand. Draw it in. Slide it up. Right? Make sure I got a good base. And then hands to the heart. Or they go all the way up. Whatever feels good. Whatever you did on the other side, try and see if you can do it on this side. Breathing. Slowly bring the hands down, back to the hips, and release. See, that's why I did the left side first. See, then do the right side was probably more stable. All right, we're halfway, which means we can now work our way down to the mat, right? Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Right, hands are on the mat. I step my right foot back. My knee comes down. Left foot back, knee comes down. And I'm on my hands and knees. Then we're going to do a quick little cat-cow. So I inhale, press my stomach down, and my chest and chin come up while my pelvis is almost tipped up too. It's like I'm sticking my butt up in the air, right? There you go. Exhale, arch, everything tucks underneath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. come to a flat back. Okay, we're gonna do a tiny little arm balance, right? So I'm here on all fours. First thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna straighten my left leg and it's back. It's like I'm on the toes of that left foot. But then I'm gonna roll over till I'm on the side. It's like the inside arch is on the mat. My right hand's gonna come in a little bit so it can be centered right under my chest. And then I'm gonna lift my left hand up. This is gonna give me a little side balance. There we go. Got a little support with my knee, right? Breathing. Spread those fingers wide on that right hand. Press down to the fingers in the palm. Don't let the wrist do all the work. Okay? Then the hand comes back down. And then the knee comes back in. We'll do the other side. Right leg will go back, right? I roll onto the side of that foot. Bring that left hand in a little bit so it's underneath the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Breathe. Press down. All 5 fingers pressing into the mat. Hands come down, knee comes in, and then just for a moment, we sit back on our heels, walk our hands forward, we come into our child's pose. Keep breathing. Remember, inhale, pause, and then exhale. You ought to be able to feel it because your belly's right on top of your thighs. You can feel the rib cage expanding and contracting. Press down through the palms, come up. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of that arm balance, but in a different way this time. So we're going to come all the way up to our knees, right? I'm going to turn to the side so I'm long ways on my mat. And then I'm going to extend this leg out like this. Now, so you can decide here how you feel. Because remember before we were doing the squat, do I want my leg parallel? Or do I want to point my toe out? Well, it will feel better if I lean that direction from my hip. Right? See how it feels. Test your body out, right? Okay? So then what's going to happen is right hand is on this right thigh. The left one's going to go straight up. See, it has a straight line on this side. I'm going to inhale, exhale, and as I lean over, it's like that right left hand is going down that leg. Breathing. Right? Get a good little stretch. Then I'm going to come up. And then what's going to happen? Oh my God, I'm going to go like this. You know I always have some trickery, right? Curl the toe on that back left foot. And then see if that right one will come off the ground. There we go. Great, great, great. That little hip joint right there saying, ow, right? Then down. Knee comes in. And we sit. Alright, not too long, right? Then we get up, other leg goes out, right? You decide, whatever way I had it twisted, I'm gonna do the same on this side, right? So the body has balance. Left hand's on that thigh, right? Or the opposite hand. Arm goes up, see how I make that straightness? Then I'm just gonna hinge over, right? This is called a gate pose. You kind of see what the gate part is, right? It's the gate. Is this the part right here where the bridge came off, the gate came off? Oh, sure. And I come back around, right? It's like a kind of cartwheel. Hand comes down. Now, the reason I curl that toe on that right foot is like a little kickstand, so it helps get a little gauge right there so I can lift that other leg up. Beautiful. I come down, just back, knees coming back. And this time, work it out. I've turned back long way from my mat. My knees are going to come wide as I sit back on my feet, and then I'm going to stretch forward. Keep breathing. Remember to breathe. Got a little more space now because the legs are wide, but still be mindful of the breath. I'm going to inhale and come up, right, to all fours. And then I'm going to go through a little half flow. And so how this is going to happen is I'm going to sit back like I'm sitting in my child's pose. Then I'm going to inhale and draw up and shift my hips all the way through. And then as I exhale, I'm going to bend my elbows and lower. I'm going to press down through my palms and the tops of my thighs and bring myself up to a cobra. Then I'm going to exhale all the way back. Inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale back. Just working that lower back, middle spine, right? Inhale up, shoulders, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale back. Okay. We're going to go all the way forward this time. Inhale up, exhale lower. Okay. You can keep the feet together, shoulder distance, whatever feels good for you. But you're going to slide the arms forward on your forearms. Then you're going to lift up and bring your shoulders down and back and come in your nice little sphinx pose. Remember that the tighter your arms are drawn in, the more the arch has to happen. If they go further, it loosens it. But you want to be pressing in the tops of the thighs, tops of the feet, and squeezing your butt so your lower back's not doing all the work. So the lower back can get the stretch. We're going to hold here for at least a minute. Breathe. Make sure the shoulders are down and back. Don't wear your shoulders like earrings. Push them back. This is when you have to call attention and realize, oh, I'm letting my back do all the work. I have to make the other muscles engage. Almost there. I inhale, exhale, and as I lower, I bring my arms to my side, palm facing up, and turn my head to one side. Let my shoulders just relax into the mat. Bring the hands on either side of the chest, right? I'm going to push up again. First I go to my forearm, right? But then what I'm going to do is press down through my palms and see if I can lift up a little bit higher. Now we're in what would be like a seal pose, right? Can you see the seal? Maybe. Breathe. I'm not going to hold here quite as long as the other one because it is a bigger stretch, right? One more deep breath and lower. Now I turn my head to the opposite side, arms at my side, palms. Bring my head back to center, right? Okay. So we're going to do one more pose here, right? We're going to do it in little increments, right? So I have my arms at my side, palms facing up, my chin's in the midline, right in line with my spine. First thing I'm going to do is lift my right foot up, and I'm pointing my toes behind me. Then I'm going to lift my left foot up, right? Pressing. Right hand's going to go up. Left hand's going to go up. Now the head's going to go up. Breathing, reaching back for your toes. Nice deep breath. Almost there. And release. This time, hands come on either side of the chest. You go back, take the knees wide again, and then press in the opposite direction so we can balance it out. Inhale and come up, right? Knees go to the side, hips come, and we swing it around, right? Feet are in front. So we're going to do a seated spinal twist, and then we'll do one reclining. So first thing that we'll do is I'll sit, make sure all my little fleshy parts out, knees and toes facing up. I'm going to bend my right knee, and I'm going to hug it in tight. Now I can decide, does it feel okay right here? Or do I want to see if it will go over? Meaning my foot has to be flat, right? Okay. Now to make sure it stays hugged in, my left arm's going to wrap around it and hug it in tight, right? My right hand's going to go up. And then as I exhale, I'm going to follow that hand with my gaze. My hand's going to get at the base of my spine, right? And then I'm looking over that right shoulder. And make sure that left foot is not just hanging out. You press, flex that left foot, push that heel against an imaginary wall. Breathe. Inhale that right arm up. Come back forward, right? Undo the legs, straighten it out, and then you wiggle and swish, right? The wiggling just bounces it out. The swish works the hip joint. Let's do a little forward fold before we do the other side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. I reach for my feet, shin, ankles, whatever I can grab, right? Press those heels against an imaginary wall. Flex the feet, back to the thighs, pressing into the mat. Reach forward, inhale up. Exhale, arms down, right? Now, left knee comes in. Cross it over. Foot's flat, right? And this other foot's flex. Right arm wraps and hugs that left leg in tight. Inhale, reaching up with that left hand. Exhale, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, back forward, right? Undo. Let's do the bounce and the swish, right? Windshield wipers, right? Bounce, windshield wipers. And again, one more time, forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Reach forward and up. Exhale, hands down. And we're gonna hinge up, draw knees in, and roll back. We're in our little ball. We're gonna rock side to side. Oh, my lower back's like, yeah. That's good. Okay. Okay. We're gonna get in two more poses here, right? First one's gonna be a little bridge pose, and then again a little spinal twist. Okay. So I come to center. Let the soles of my feet come to the mat, but I want to get them as close to my glutes as possible, meaning I don't want them here. I want them in tight, right? My knees are still hip distance apart. My arms come to my side, palms facing down. And as I inhale, I press to my feet and lift my hips up, right? They're going up until I feel like I'm in my shoulders, never in my neck. Press down through the palms. Breathing. If you want to, you've got a couple of options. You can interlace your hands underneath. That means you'll make you draw your shoulder blades together more. That doesn't feel good. You're like, my hands are here. Or you can try and see if one leg would lift up. Holding, still squeezing up. Bring it down. The other leg comes up. Bring it down. Push up one more time. And then very slowly come down. Don't come down fast. Come down really slow. Be very mindful. Knees to chest, rock side to side. Now we're going to get in our little spinal twist, right? So what I'm going to do is my feet are coming back to the mat. Left leg is going to straighten. I'm going to hug this right knee in and let my left hand grab it, almost like I was when I was seated, right? My right hand's going to go out, shoulder height. It's like a little anchor on the floor, right? Inhale, exhale. I bring that knee across my body. And then I'm going to gaze to the right. So I'm looking to the right, and my knee is to the left. Even though you're all twisted up, don't forget to breathe. exhale, back to center. First thing I'm going to do is straighten and reach above the head, right? Because before I twist again, I want to stretch out, right? Right away, I can feel that right side feels longer than the left, right? Bring my knees to chest. I rock side to side. Then I come back center, right? Feet come down. Now I extend that right leg and I hug that left knee in. Right hand grabs that knee, right? Then the left hand goes out. It's like that little anchor on the floor. Inhale, exhale, take it across the body. Now my gaze is to the left and my knees to the right. Let's see if the same thing happens that happened on the other side. After a while, I could feel it release and the knee kept getting closer and closer to the ground. The body was like, okay, I'm gonna let go just a little bit more. You just have to get out of your head. Stay with your breath. Breathing. Nice deep breath. Yeah, there it goes. Going a little more. I can feel it. Must be an internet thing, huh? So weird, right? Maybe it was my knee. When I moved it, it stopped. All right, gently come back to the center. Extend the arms above the head. Reach, 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 stretch. Oh, now I feel like I'm balanced out. I bring my knees to chest, rock side to side. And now I'm just gonna roll to my side and come up because I want to build that little bolster for our final relaxation. Okay? So, what you want to do is you may have a couple of pillows or a blanket. I have a little bolster. But see what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build this up like this. Yeah. See if you can. Yeah. Put your pillow on top, right? Like this, right? So then what's going to happen is I'm going to get my hips close to it. Then I'm going to put my legs across it like this. So I can lay back. This is going to help the back a little bit, right? Because I'm trying to raise those knees up. There we go. Right? My arms out to my side or out wide, right? Breathing, right? Taking some nice deep breaths. While you're here, I'm going to find something to read to you. Hold on. All right, keep breathing. Change will occur in almost every aspect of our life. We can learn to embrace it while releasing the past with grace. When we find ourselves going through any kind of change in our lives, our natural response may be to tense up on a physical, mental, or emotional level. We may not even notice that we have braced ourselves against a shift until we recognize the anxiety or the general worried feeling toward the unknown that usually results. There are positive ways to move through change without pushing it away. however, or attempting to deny it, that is happening. Since change will occur in almost every aspect of our lives, we can learn to make our response to it an affirmative one of anticipation and welcoming the new while releasing the past with grace. We can also choose to do a ceremony to allow our emotions to process. Every culture has created some type of ceremony to help people transition from one phase of life to the next. We can always create a ceremony too, perhaps by burning written thoughts to watch the smoke carry them away, thereby releasing them, or we can welcome new endeavors by planting flowers or trees. Some ceremonial activities, such as a farewell or a housewarming. Society has built-in ceremonies which may satisfy the need we feel. Sometimes the shift from denial to acceptance is all that is needed to ease our anxiety, allowing us to bring our memories with us as we move through nervousness to joyful excitement about all the good that is to come. Keep breathing. To come off of your little bolster, like bend your knees and put your feet on it, right? If you're able to, you might be able to just push it away so that you come flat, right? Then we can draw our knees to chest and rock side to side. And then we can roll to one side, right? My top hand presses against the mat, and I come up. And I come to an easy seated pose. My hands are lightly on my knees, drawing my shoulders down and back, closing my eyes. Come back to your breath. Bring the arms out wide, eyes still closed. Inhale up. Palms come together. Exhale to the heart. Inhale out and up. Palms come together. Exhale to the heart. Out and up. Last one. Grab all that grace. Bring it down to your heart. Thumbs press against the heart. Thank you for coming to practice with me, and as always, the light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.